Welcome to the SRC Arena and Events Center. Please note, this is a no-smoking facility. Smoking is prohibited on the premises. In the event of a fire or other emergency, please use the emergency exits located on all levels at each end of the building, identified with red exit signs above the doors. Again, we welcome you to the SRC Arena and Events Center.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for your patience as we try to get everyone in who's been waiting at the doors for this wonderful event. We still have a few people, but we're going to go ahead and get started. I know that there's great enthusiasm and we can't really wait much longer. So the State University of New York, Upstate Medical University is happy to welcome you to Commencement Ceremony 2025. Today we're part of a proud tradition in medicine, nursing, research, and the health sciences. Today we share your joy and pride. As a courtesy to your neighbors, please turn off or silence any cell phones or other electronic devices. And now, please rise as we introduce the Upstate graduates of 2025. procession is led by the Chief Faculty Marshal, Ms. Carrie Green Donnelly. Following the Chief Faculty Marshal is the graduates procession. The graduates will enter by college, preceded by their student marshal flag bearer. The procession continues with graduates from the College of Nursing, College of Health Professions, College of Medicine, and College of Graduate Studies. The College of Nursing student marshal is Mr. Montana Smith, and the graduates include those receiving bachelor's, master's, doctor of nursing practice, and advanced certificates. Next, the College of Health Professions. Student Marshal, Ms. Alexandra Howard, and the graduates include those receiving bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and the Doctor of Physical Therapy, along with their faculty hooders and family hooders. our students from the Norton College of Medicine, led by Student Marshal Mr. Nathan Ahemarama. Graduates from the College of Medicine will be receiving Masters of Public Health, Certificates of Advanced Study in Public Health, the MD, MPH, and the MD, and accompanying them are the faculty and family hooders. welcome the students from the College of Graduate Studies, led by Student Marshal Ms. Alyssa Kemaraj. These graduates will be receiving master's, PhD, and MD PhD degrees, and they are accompanied by family hooders. Procession is led by the faculty marshals. The College of Nursing marshals include Dr. Justin Wariold and Dr. Suzanne Sullivan. College of Health Profession marshals, Dr. Amy DeBlois and Dr. Carol Sames. College of Medicine marshals, Dr. Eric Lorraine and Dr. Margaret Maimoni. And College of Graduate Studies marshals, Dr. Jessica Henty-Radilla and Dr. Jeffrey Amack. Following the faculty marshals will be the SUNY Distinguished Professors and Distinguished Teaching and Service Professors, followed by all additional university faculty who are grouped by college. The academic officers and honored guests include Mr. Samuel Rouser, Upstate Medical University Counsel, Ms. Gwen Mannion, Upstate Medical University Counsel, Ms. Diane M. Dwyer, also Upstate Medical University Counsel, Mr. Robert Ruiz, Interim Vice President for Educational Services and Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Rajesh Dave, Dean of our Binghamton Clinical Campus, Dr. Sifo Mbuke, Chief Diversity Officer, Dr. Augusta Williams, Assistant Professor of Public Health and Preventative Medicine, Dr. Tammy Austin Ketch, Dean of the College of Nursing, Dr. Catherine Beisner, Dean of the College of Health Professions, Dr. Caitlin Jetelina, Honorary Degree Recipient and Commencement Speaker, Ms. Eunice Lewin, a member of the SUNY Board of Trustees, Dr. Lawrence Chin, Dean of the Norton College of Medicine, Dr. Mark Schmidt, Dean of the College of Graduate Studies, and Dr. Mantosh Dewan, President of Upstate Medical University. Please rise. Ms. Monica Morante will now sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It gives me great honor and pleasure to present Dr. Mantosh Devan, President of the State University of New York, Upstate Medical University.
Good morning and welcome, everybody. I'm delighted to welcome you all to the 2025 Commencement of Upstate Medical University's Colleges of Graduate Studies, Health Professions, Medicine, and Nursing. I'd like to recognize and welcome SUNY trustee Eunice Lewin and Upstate Council members Diane Dwyer, Gwen Mannion, and Sam Rouser. Thank you for being here. And a special warm welcome to our exceptional guest, who will be awarded an honorary degree today, Dr. Caitlin Jetlin. I am excited to hear from you very soon. But first, let's celebrate all of our 406 amazing graduates. Let's give them a rousing applause. Thank you, it's amazing. Next, if the graduates will please stand and join me in appreciation of your families and loved ones for their support and sacrifice that enabled you to blossom. Let's thank the families here. Thank you very much. Please be seated. And from all of us, a big thank you to the amazing faculty and staff whose caring and skill has brought us to this point. Thank you all. Graduates, this is your lucky day. I have no words of wisdom. I was with a group of alumni, and not one of them could remember a single word that the president said. So I'm going to skip the wisdom part and focus on the obvious. You came to Upstate with a beautiful dream, all of you, to help people, and here I'm going to add the obvious part, which is being challenged these days. You came here to help people, all people, to end suffering of all people, to change the world for all people. You believed that each person was precious and equal. Your hard work brings you here today at the 190th graduation of Upstate Medical University. 190. You are equal and cherished members of the graduating class, but this was not always so. At first, women were not equal, were not precious, were not welcome. But you are also graduates from the nation's first co-ed medical university. Yes. Yes, Upstate graduated the first woman physician, Dr. Blackwell, and also the first black woman physician from a co-ed medical school, Dr. Logan Fraser. You are now part of a proud and unique tradition of welcoming everyone for 175 years. And today we recommit to welcoming everyone, every precious person, for the next 175 years. You came to Upstate Medical University to learn the science of medicine and the art of healing so that you could pursue your dream of helping people, ending suffering, and changing the world. Upstate believes in what our distinguished speaker has exemplified. In the darkness and blizzard of misinformation throughout the pandemic, she shone a steady, bright light on scientific data translated into plain English. You can be inspired by her and embrace her message that insists on the obvious. Science matters. Science, thank you. Science, and only science, saves lives. Public health matters. Public health saves precious lives and communities. Thank you for your message, Dr. Jetlina. And today you commence the next step in fulfilling your beautiful dream. Given the state of the world, there is an obvious question. Can you continue to dream in a fractured, distressed, sometimes cruel world? How can you be kind, competent, and caring towards your colleagues or the patient in front of you when you disagree or dislike or even hate the person? Or when they hate you? You can and you will. Perhaps the most famous guidance comes from Dr. Martin Luther King. I have a dream. I have a dream, he thundered, that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. It is a beautiful dream, a high and worthy aspiration. However, most of you have taken and will repeat an oath to an even higher standard. Not a dream, but a commitment fundamental to our professions, to our calling. It is in Upstate's Hippocratic Oath, and it says, "The health of my patient will be my first consideration. May I never see in the patient anything but a fellow human in need." It also says, "I will treat all patients with compassion, no matter how much they differ from me." Words to live by. Words to live by every day, frankly, not just for our graduates, but for all of us. May I never see anything but a fellow human who does not even need to be judged by the content of their character. I will treat all with compassion, no matter how much they differ from me. Graduates, I know you will welcome everyone as Upstate has for 175 years. Treat everyone with compassion as a fellow human, no matter how much they differ from you. Practice only the science and art of medicine. Bring your best self every day. Follow your dreams and change the world. I don't just wish this for you, I know you will do it. So the amazing class of 2025, congratulations, go do it. Hey, well done. Today, the State University of New York, Upstate Medical University, will award one honorary degree. The honorary degree is the highest honor bestowed by the SUNY trustees to persons of exceptional distinction. The process for nominating and reviewing honorary degree candidates is highly rigorous. Today's candidate was nominated by our faculty and approved by a campus-wide committee, a SUNY-wide committee, the SUNY Board of Trustees, and the Chancellor. We are pleased and honored to recognize an amazing individual whose life work and contributions resonate with the mission and values of Upstate Medical University and with the State University of New York. The honorary degree will be presented to Dr. Caitlin Jetelina. We are pleased to honor you today, Dr. Jetelina. Dr. Jetelina's bio is also written in your commencement program. Ms. Eunice Lewin, SUNY Board of Trustees member, will read the citation. Ms. Lewin and Ms. Gwen Mannion, Upstate Medical University Council member, will assist me with the hooding. Please.
State University of New York, Caitlin K. Jetelina, MPH, PhD, Honorary Doctor of Science degree. You are honored for your contribution to public understanding of science and healthcare as you rose to meet the challenge of the greatest threat to public health in a century and continue your efforts today. An established scientific thinker who has conducted research with vulnerable populations, including those subject to violence, child abuse, human trafficking, partner violence, and gun violence, you have developed measures to assist the vulnerable. In March 2020, as the medical and political leadership of the United States was awakening to the threat posed by COVID-19, you created a health blog designed to update students, faculty, and staff on the pandemic. It quickly became a trusted source for scientists and lay people alike. Visitors found articles explaining epidemic modeling, vaccine mechanisms, variant modeling, the genetics of the SARS-CoV-2 virus, as well as the utility of masks to prevent spread. Through your website, your local epidemiologists, you continue to share insight and respond to hundreds of comments from millions of visitors to your site. Recent postings have looked at how the CDC has changed its COVID-19 guidance, why published studies of mifepristone were retracted, and the likely consequences of Texas cow contracting bird flu. Your words are not only read, but listened to everywhere from the PBS NewsHour to the Elsa Klein Show to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, where you serve as scientific advisor to the White House. You have served as an invited panelist at National Academy of Medicine and Science meetings on scientific translation and addressing inaccurate and misleading information. On the board of directors for the Society for Advancement of Violence and Injury Research, and as an expert advisor to the Council of State and Territorial Epidemiologists. And you have received numerous national awards for your communication. For your contribution to broader scientific and medical understanding, the State University of New York is pleased to confer you the honorary degree of Doctor of Science, given the 4th day of May, 2025. Congratulations.
I think we have a couple of things.
Okay, we can take this.
Is that hers?
You can read this. You have to read.
Yes. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the State University of New York, the faculty of the State University of New York concurring, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Science, honoris causa, and invest you with the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. In token thereof, you will receive a diploma, and I direct that you be vested with the hood appropriate to your degree. Congratulations, Dr. Jetelina. Dr. Jetelina will now offer the commencement keynote remarks.
Good morning, class of 2025. What a joy and an honor to be here today. This moment right now, guys, is worth celebrating. It is not just diplomas, but it is your guys' late nights, the moments of a lot of doubt, and the resilience it took to be here. You made it, and that is no small thing. 9 years ago, I was sitting where you are right now, freshly hooded, or almost to be hooded, a doctorate degree, filled with ambition, and convinced that my career was all mapped out. Go to postdoc, become a faculty member, publish, teach, work until I was 80, maybe wearing socks and sandals to campus as a true academic. And then COVID hit. Suddenly, my carefully laid out plans unraveled. I was then a run-of-the-mill epidemiologist trained to respond in crises. But this was unlike anything I had ever imagined. While I was working on the front lines, I also saw a very different type of emergency unfolding. Not just a virus, but a vacuum of clear, honest, and timely information. People were scared. I was scared. We were confused, and we were flooded with questions as well as falsehoods. So I started writing. Not your typical peer-reviewed journal article that we're very good at doing by now, but plain language emails and also social media posts to friends, families, colleagues, and my students. These messages ended up turning into a newsletter that I call Your Local Epidemiologist, and became a public platform and a social enterprise that has reached over 500 million people in 132 countries. But let me be clear, this was not in the epidemiology handbook. It was unconventional, and it came at a cost. I was told to stay in my lane. I'm still told that now. I receive death threats. People show up at my house, incredibly angry at me. And frankly, I was too visible as a young female epidemiologist in the state of Texas. But I kept going because I believed the public deserved better, even if I got bruised doing it. And it paid off. I was invited to the White House. I was named Time 100 Most Influential People in Health. I get to be with you guys here today. But most importantly, I got to see and feel impact. And that is why we get into this service. I'll admit, today feels eerily familiar to 5 years ago. We are going through another storm of uncertainty, one that is incredibly disorienting, one that's incredibly confusing, and one in which public health and medicine are under enormous strain. Our systems are getting gutted, like CDC, our research funding is being taken away, and the local public health infrastructure is getting degraded. They're all being questioned, dismantled, and defunded in this moment. The very tools that the field of medicine and public health built to protect our community is eroding at incredibly immense speeds. And the people most affected will be those that can least afford it. As angry and as scared as I am right now, I also know this, that if we're being truly honest with ourselves, many of our systems were built for a different time. They haven't kept up pace for what Americans need, and Americans are deeply frustrated with whatever system that they come in contact with. The information landscape has also dramatically changed. We have unleashed a class driven by curiosity. So yes, you guys are graduating into a storm, one where facts are debated, that trust is very fragile, and the future feels very unclear. But through all the rubble that I'm seeing on the ground, there is also opportunity to build anew. Over the past 5 years, I've weathered a similar storm, and I'll be honest, some days I've felt less like a captain of a ship and more like a pirate. Patch over one eye, trying to bail water out of the boat, shouting into the wind, trying to find a path forward. So today I want to offer you guys 3 tools, 3 lessons that I did not learn in a classroom, but I learned from weathering this storm. So tools I hope that will steady you as you move forward into this world. Number 1, be trustworthy. You guys have the credentials. You deserve it. This is only part of the equation, though. We do not need just experts. We need people the public can trust. And here's the truth. Trust isn't declared, it is demonstrated. Being trustworthy is demonstrating over and over and over again that you are. It's a set of acts, clarifying uncertainty, revealing authenticity and vulnerability, being human, owning up to mistakes, and consistently behaving in a certain way over time. It's built how you talk to a patient, how you show up in a community forum. It's built when you admit what you don't know, and how you follow up, when you do the small, really unglamorous work that builds reliability over time. This matters more now than ever because your voice, your individual voice, will matter more than anything said at a Washington podium. You will be the one your neighbors look to, your patients listen to, and the ones that can translate chaos into clarity. So be trustworthy. Yes, in your data, yes, in your patient interactions, yes, in your scientific writing, but also in your demeanor, in how you lead, how you communicate, and how you treat others. That trust will be the foundation of which everything else is built. Okay, lesson number 2, listen and then speak. The future of public health and medicine will not be built by individuals. It will be built by coalitions across sectors, across zip codes, and across lived experiences. That's what new power looks like. It's shared, it's inclusive, it's community-driven, and it is new. And that starts with listening. Again, not just to your data, not to the medical textbooks that you have all memorized, but to people, especially when it's uncomfortable, especially when they have a different lived experience than you, and especially when you disagree with them. This is where trust is either broken or built. So when you show people that their stories matters, that their concerns are valid, even if misinformed, that's when doors open. That's when people start to listen and return, and that's when your voice, your expert voice, can actually make a difference. So yes, speak up, but speak up after you listen. Speak with humility, speak in places people are searching for answers. Sure, this is clinics, but it's also barbershops, it's also churches, and yes, it's also TikTok. Speak not to win, but to connect, and not to dominate, but to serve. Number 3, this is the hardest thing for me to do, be brave. We cannot go back to 2019. We cannot go back to 2024. The status quo wasn't working for a lot of Americans. You're not here to preserve broken systems. You're here to reimagine what they could be. You'll face resistance. You may feel very overwhelmed. I do often, and especially now. But bravery isn't the absence of fear. It's showing up anyways. Be brave to imagine a better future. Be brave enough to speak hard truths. Be brave enough to center dignity and equity and trust and justice, even when it's hard. Let those values be your compass. When you don't know what to do, they'll help you find the next move. So let me say this clearly. Despite the headlines, the exhaustion, or the storm you're walking into, this moment matters. You matter. That heaviness that you may feel, it's not a sign to give up. It's a signal of an opportunity that you have a role in building something better. You are not here to maintain the system. You are here to transform it. And that's an incredible responsibility, but it's also a profound privilege. So bring your science, bring your empathy, bring your courage, bring innovative ways of thinking as well as doing. And above all, don't wait. So congratulations, class of 2025. Go boldly into this storm because it's not just chaos out there. It's where the next chapter is waiting to be written. And I, for one, cannot wait to see what you build. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jedalina, for those inspiring remarks. We'll now move on to conferral of degrees. President Dewan will now confer the degrees for the class of 2025. The first college to be recognized is the College of Nursing. Offering welcoming remarks is Mr. Montana Smith, graduating student in the Doctor of Nursing Practice program. Mr. Smith, please come forward.
Good morning, everyone. Perseverance, persistence, tenacity, these words are ones we always find ourselves using when it comes to thinking of difficult things to overcome or hard things to achieve. These words are often overused and even cliche to some. However, these words speak to me closely, as I am sure they do to my cohort as well. Nobody thinks about how hard the actual journey is. Most just see the final project. Whether that is the degree, the photos, they say their congratulations or ask, when are you done with school finally, and move on. They do not see the triumphs, the trials, the stipulations, and all of the in-between. We all have our plights. Mine, I felt really tested me during my doctoral journey. I worked full-time as a NICU RN. I taught part-time as an instructor for the community college I received my associates in nursing from. I am also a father to 2 children and a recent stepdaughter. I went through a divorce. I moved my children and I out of our home I bought and personally fixed up for them. I was still doing full-time clinical hours when I found out I was losing my 23-week son to him being terminal. In a matter of a week, we had him, figured out what to do with his remains, and went on. All while I was still writing essays, discussion posts, reviewing my DNP project, and developing my poster. I was working with the NICU babies, seeing pediatric patients in clinical, and still developing my skills as a nurse practitioner while in some of the lowest points in my life. I do not say these things to you all to feel sympathy or to feel pity. I say these things to you to remind you, no matter how hard the road gets, there is always something to strive for. There is always a reason to keep going, to keep persevering. I had to remind myself and my family. I still wanted my dream no matter how hard life would push me backwards. No matter how hard I wanted to give up some days, I kept going for myself and them. Now here I stand with you all. I get the chance to keep seeing the positives from not giving up and keep pushing forward. Today I get to graduate with you all, receiving my degree. I accepted a job as a pediatric nurse practitioner in a primary care office, which is something I did not see myself originally doing once I graduate. It is funny how the tables turn and fate leads you to where you actually are needed, even if it means you have to trade hardships to get there. I get to serve the pediatric community outpatient. This shows how important it is to have that tenacity, to have the perseverance to keep going despite the odds, to always be persistent in your studies, to achieve your hopes and dreams. I cannot thank everyone enough for getting me here to this point. Thank you all. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Tammy Austin-Ketch, Professor and Dean of the College of Nursing.
President Dewan, as Dean of the College of Nursing, I have the honor to present recipients of the postgraduate certificates along with recipients of the following degrees: Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, and Doctor of Nursing Practice. With the completion of the curriculum, they will have satisfied the requirements established by the faculty and have been recommended by the faculty for the conferring of these degrees.
Will all degree and certificate candidates in the College of Nursing please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the State University of New York, upon completion of all requirements, I confer upon you the degree for which you are recommended, with all its rights, privileges, and obligations. Please remain standing to take the College of Nursing oath, which is printed on page 35 in your program.
Will all of the graduates in the College of Nursing please recite with me? As I advance my education in nursing, my patients will be my first concern. I will strengthen myself with the knowledge and compassion to care for them, I will acknowledge my limits, seeking support when needed. I will be gracious to my teachers and colleagues. At all times, I will never see in the patient anything but a fellow human being in need. This oath I take freely upon my honor. Congratulations, you may be seated.
We will now individually recognize graduates in the College of Nursing. Bachelor of Science students will be the first to walk across the stage wearing black gown with mortarboard caps. Master of Science and postgraduate certificate students are wearing the master's hoods with the apricot-colored velvet. Graduates in the Doctor of Nursing practice program will be hooded on stage by Dr. Justin Warrield and Dr. Suzanne Sullivan.
Amy Peng Harmsworth Morrissey.
Rhea J. Bowen.
Laurencia Mensa. Devin Charles Mertens. Michael Schwartz. Emily Ann Smith. Emily Wright.
Jane Ogunsede.
Dr. Kayla Grace Butler.
Come stand over here and put them in the box. You can put it up.
Dr. Brooke Elizabeth Campbell.
Dr. Elizabeth Hoover Cerrone. Dr. Amy Lynn Chase. Dr. Andrea Sue Clark.
Dr. Chidima Uwe Esu.
Dr. Jane Marie Foote. Dr. Cassandra M. Hart.
Dr. Kiabe Anike Jala. Dr. Britt Santiago Kleber.
Dr. Ogadinma Ezinwanyi Onwukwe. Dr. Ketty DeLuis Santalus. Dr. Montana Joseph Smith. Dr. Jillian Mackenzie Zerbel.
Degrees will now be conferred for the graduates in the College of Health Professions. Offering welcome remarks is Ms. Alexandra Howard, a graduating student in the Master of Behavioral Analysis Studies. Ms. Howard, please come forward.
Thank you, and good morning. It's such an incredible honor to stand here before all of you today, representing and introducing the College of Health Professions. Today, we don't just celebrate earning a degree, we celebrate the end of a transformative chapter and the start of a brand new one. When I first started my journey at Upstate, I thought I was ready for the road ahead. I had a plan, I knew how to work hard, and I truly believed I could balance an accelerated graduate program, a full-time job, and still carve out time for myself at the end of the day. But, as many of you can relate, things didn't always go as planned. There were times where energy was low, deadlines piled up, and doubt crept in. And yet, here we are. Somehow, we've grown into the roles that we, at one point, only imagined for ourselves. Not just because of our own perseverance, but because of the people around us, the classmates who became confidants, the professors who challenged and believed in us, and the support systems that reminded us why we started this journey in the first place. What makes Upstate truly special is that it isn't just a university where we're faces in a crowd. We're a community, a place where we learn from and lean on each other, where we push ourselves beyond what we thought possible, not just for the sake of a grade, but because we know that one day, someone's health, someone's life will depend on our knowledge, our skill, and our ability to show up, even on the tough days. And those tough days don't end here. The reality is, healthcare is evolving, and we are stepping into it at a very pivotal time. The challenges ahead are real: staffing shortages, increased patient needs, and a system that often feels stretched thin. But if there's one thing I've learned at Upstate, it's that we are capable. We're trained not just to provide care, but to listen. Not just to treat symptoms, but to understand people, to advocate, to problem solve, and to make an impact where it's needed most. So, to our faculty, thank you for pushing us beyond what we thought we were capable of. To our friends and families, thank you for believing in us, even on the days where we struggled to believe in ourselves. And to my fellow graduates, remember, we've already accomplished so much. We've tackled complex concepts, an alphabet soup of medical acronyms, and we've learned that in healthcare, just as patience is a virtue, so is a really good pair of working sneakers. As we leave here today and step forward into our futures, let's carry with us the lessons we've learned, the resilience, compassion, and unwavering support of the Upstate community. Now we get the chance to make a difference with the curiosity and courage that brought us here. So congratulations to all. The world is waiting for us, so let's get out there and show them what we're made of. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Catherine Beisner, Professor and Dean of the College of Health Professions.
President Dewan, as Dean of the College of Health Professions, I have the honor to present the recipients of the degree Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Professional Studies, Master of Science, and Doctor of Physical Therapy. With the completion of the curriculum, they will have satisfied the requirements established by the faculty and have been recommended by the faculty for the conferring of these degrees.
Will all degree candidates in the College of Health Professions please rise? Yeah, let's give them a hand. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the State University of New York, upon completion of all requirements, I confer upon you the degrees for which you are recommended, with all its rights, privileges, and obligations. Please come forward to be individually recognized. Please remain standing to take the oath of the health professions, which is printed on page 35 in your program. And this will be administered now by Dr. Catherine Beisner, Professor and Dean of the College of Health Professions.
Will all graduates of the College of Health Professions please recite with me? In the presence of my colleagues, family, friends, and teachers, I proudly make this solemn vow. I will give to my teachers the respect and gratitude that is their due and share my knowledge with those who follow me. I will conduct myself with professional integrity, placing service to others before personal gain. I will treat all of my patients with empathy, being sensitive to their beliefs, values, and background, providing care equal in quality and compassion. I will honor the privacy of those seeking my help, using their healthcare information and that which they reveal in confidence solely to support their treatment. I will continuously strive to learn of the advancements in my field, embracing new techniques and technologies that will improve my patient's experience. I will recognize that each patient's care is provided by a team of professionals, and my responsibility to my patient and my colleagues is to uniformly honor this pledge without fail for the betterment of the patient and my profession. This I do swear freely and upon my honor as I commit myself to service through my profession. Congratulations. You may be seated.
We will now individually recognize graduates in the College of Health Professions. Bachelor of Science students will be the first to walk across the stage wearing black gown with mortarboard caps. Master of Science students are wearing their master's hoods with gold-colored velvet. And graduates in the Doctor of Physical Therapy program will be hooded on stage by Dr. Amy DeBlois and Dr. Carol Sames.
Selma Ahmetasevich. Alicia Isabel Baldwin. Lindsay Nicole Carroll. Kimberly Alice Collins. Caitlin Rose Flanagan. Adam Robert Gagne. Claudia Maria Garcia. Justin Andrew Greco. Hunter Clinton Hughes. Gerard Michael Kampf.
Drew Elizabeth Irene Nelson. Pramita Pokhrel. Bao Tran Win Tran. Evan Vincent Vecchio.
Aaron Maxfield Andrucott.
Elena C. Taylor. Holly Elizabeth Simon. Nicole Cherie Underwood.
Sarah Elizabeth Kozlowski. Huda Al-Karim.
Donna A. Shabala.
Alyssa Lynn Bartlett. Brittany May Arnold. Sarah Elizabeth Dauntz.
Kimberly Elizabeth Tracozzi. Gwendolyn Rose Peters.
Tucson Sheep.
Maria Angela Bove.
Kylie Karen Burnett. Regina Lynn Bernts.
Ian Depew.
Leah T. Dermody. Kelsey Lynn Doty. Isabella Rose Fontana. Marjorie Elizabeth Heenan. Rebecca Harold. Kelsey Lynn Lanehart.
Chloe Ann Lytle.
Sarah Elizabeth Marsh. Nicole I. Mazzoni.
Trúc Cao Phong Nguyen. Chantel Marie Schingler.
Joshua Robert Snyder. Sydney C. Turner. Raquel James Wright. Katarzyna Barbara Zeganek.
Leslie Josephine Card.
Ezekiel A. McGinn. Vilstige Morissette. Maxwell Calloway Naples. Edward Charles Rogers. Scott Michael William Stanley. Ashley Elizabeth St. John. Claire Constance Ward. Catherine Rosemary Weaver. Molly Page Welch.
Lauren Christine Beal.
Mallory Melissa Kaza.
Alexandra Rose Howard.
Martine B. Augustin. Banpreet Kaur Bawa.
Mary Kathleen Burke.
Justin Oliver Cesar.
Kenneth Garcia.
Catherine Jean Haggerty Mattern.
Isa Khan.
Mary Julie Medna.
Jennifer Nicole Nguyen.
Gabrielle Jo Deanne Wolfe.
Zahra Sadala Abu Rayyan.
Abdulwahab Algarni, Cardiovascular Perfusion, Master of Science.
Lindsay K. Allard. Eric Brandon Allen.
Ahmed Alkarni, Cardiovascular Perfusion, Master of Science.
Thomas Elson Barnett. Kathleen Helen Doherty. Quinn Christie Harkrider.
Zhi Chao Lin.
Tariq Anthony Melvin. Ryan Francis Messina. Mariam Nejatollahi. Rodley Point du Jour. Alfred Quimson. Luke Anthony Sanchez. Isaac Harrison Strider. Blake A. Tolbert.
Jordan Jeffrey Yeats.
Natalia Abbasov. Michaela May Adams. Mark Adorno.
Ayubu Louis Alois.
Hannah Kathleen Carr.
Lauren Catherine Shimaluski.
James Stewart Clements. Emma Victoria Curtis. Grace Victoria Doctor. Carly Page Harris.
Kyle Nat Kwa Huyen.
Emerson A. Ivers. Carrie Christina Lan Call. Mohammed Newman Khalid. Ian Perry Lai. Tyler Lee.
Bryn Elizabeth Mansarella.
Nicholas Edward Mondor. Mario Joseph Montanti. Ahishakiye Nadia. Kira Elizabeth Ozer.
Joan Claire Obmania Rebustilio.
Grant Michael Searles. Adele Elizabeth Simons. Kylie Kathleen Stores. Benjamin C. Vanderpool. Mason J. Weir. Robert Joseph Welch. Adam Christopher Wood. Lillian Jung.
Dr. Leon Joshua Abreu.
Dr. Ashlyn Brooke Ammerman. Dr. Tyler R. Bagay.
Dr. Anthony Belmonte.
Dr. Catherine E. Carnes. Dr. Amy Rebecca Carpio. Dr. Mallory Ann Cobb. Dr. Jason Ryan Fainer. Dr. Scott M. Gold.
Dr. Rundan Han. Dr. Noah Ray Hoost. Dr. Stephen Vong Huynh. Dr. Briajane Himes.
Dr. Kayla Marie Jimenez. Dr. Mackenzie Marie Johnson. Dr. Anna C. Calavoda. Dr. Susie Cass. Dr. Allison Margaret Crevelin.
Dr. Nicholas John McCollum.
Dr. Matthew Christopher McGurl.
Dr. Eric Seth Marcal.
Dr. Mark Philip Matthews.
Dr. Erin Elizabeth Mattheos. Dr. Carter James Miles. Dr. Ryan J. Pym. Dr. Lucia Cristina Ponce. Dr. Laura Josephine Sarkisian. Dr. Devin S. Sedgwick. Dr. Emily Elizabeth Smith. Dr. Jessie Lynn Van Horn. Dr. Gabriella Krista Walsh. Dr. David L. Ware. Dr. Jenna Rose Wyke. Dr. Caitlin Autumn Wilson.
Dr. Brandon Timothy Zay.
Degrees will now be conferred for graduates in the Norton College of Medicine. Offering welcome remarks is Mr. Nathan Ahemaramadou, a graduating student in the Doctor of Medicine program. Please come forward.
Good morning, graduates, friends, family, and our esteemed faculty. It is my honor and pleasure to represent the Norton College of Medicine at SUNY Upstate Medical University. I started medical school in 2021 in the new normal that would define the years after the COVID pandemic. For my class and the other colleges, this period was defined by a return to in-person learning, face shields in the anatomy lab, and the fear that you might have to take a week-long staycation because your roommate coughed a little too loud. But in all honesty, we embarked on this journey at a pivotal moment. Amongst all the uncertainty in the world, we persevered, stayed true to our goals, and stood by each other and our community here at Upstate. I vividly remember being a first year and realizing just how grateful I was to be around so many compassionate and inspiring individuals who make me feel included and uplifted. So to my class, Column 2025, I am so unbelievably proud of you, and I'm so happy to celebrate us on this glorious day. Now, obviously, it takes a village to raise the future leaders in medicine, in healthcare and medicine. And I would be remiss not to mention some of mine. I am so blessed to have my mom's warmth and smile and my dad's ego. To those who may not know, I'm Nigerian, and my parents immigrated to the States shortly before I was born. As you can imagine, with limited resources and the stress of a new environment, life was far from easy, and many dreams had to be put aside in favor of our new reality. So to my loving parents, I hope that me being on the stage serves as a testament to all your sacrifices. And to my brothers, I would say eat my dust, but genuinely, you both have been my rock since day one. There is no bond stronger than one between siblings, and you both truly mean the world to me. All right, back to the grads. If it wasn't clear enough or already, I'm going to be a pediatrician. Like me, our graduates are now at the cusp of achieving a dream and a commitment to others that was either ingrained as a child or discovered recently. However, the context is different now, and we graduates are entering a world that has only grown more divisive, more corrupt, and more hostile to the work we are destined to do. To the Upstate 2025 graduates, we are entering a world of uncertainty, and I challenge you to be leaders. It's time to lead with compassion, to lead with integrity, and to lead with resilience. Never doubt your story, your voice, or the trials it took for you to become who you are. You are more capable than you could ever imagine. And if you don't believe me, think of it this way. I mentioned earlier that I want to take care of kids. Well, everything in society will affect children first, and kids can't vote. Always do what's right, if not for you, then for everyone that will come after. Fight for the world that we deserve to live and work in. Be the change you want to see, and show everyone you meet why we stay Upstate strong. Okay, I must end this before they play me off. Throughout med school, I've been called many things: Nathan, Mr. President, the guy who's always around, El Presidente, and Noah. And I'm ecstatic to join my class and finally be called Doctor. Congratulations, class of 2025. Your future is bright, and I can't wait to see everything that you will achieve. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Lawrence Chin, Dean of the Norton College of Medicine.
President Dewan, as Dean of the Norton College of Medicine, I have the honor to present recipients of the Certificate of Advanced Study in Public Health, along with recipients of the degree Master of Public Health. I also have the honor to present graduates who will receive a dual degree, Doctor of Medicine and Master of Public Health. With the completion of the curriculum, they will have satisfied the requirements established by the faculty and have been recommended by the faculty for the conferring of this degree.
Will all candidates for the Master of Public Health degree and the Certificate of Advanced Study in Public Health in the College of Medicine and students receiving a dual MD, MPH degree, please rise. First. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the State University of New York, upon completion of all requirements, I confer upon you the degree for which you are recommended, with all its rights, privileges, and obligations. Please remain standing to take the public health oath, which is printed on page 35 in your program. The oath will be led by Dr. Augusta Williams, Assistant Professor of Public Health.
Health is a human right, and I'm excited to welcome you all to a community of professionals dedicated to safeguarding that right. Will all of the graduates receiving the Certificate of Advanced Study and graduates receiving a Master of Public Health please recite with me? From this day forward, I am a public health professional and pledge to commit to the ideals of public health. As a public health professional, I declare that I will strive to use the best science to provide essential public health services. I will uphold honesty and integrity in public discourse and in my own practice. I will approach interactions with colleagues, communities, and the people I serve with cultural humility. I commit to lifelong learning and professional development. I will honor the value of diversity in thought, in dialogue, and in the workforce. I will embody the collaborative aspect of public health and will work with a variety of disciplines to improve the well-being of populations. I denounce violence, discrimination, and conflict as fundamental barriers to the well-being of populations. I will pursue peace, justice, and equity in all of my work. Above all, I will practice public health with compassion and a view towards advancing a civil society where people can equitably achieve the highest level of health that is possible. Please be seated.
President Dewan, I have the honor to present these recipients of the degree Doctor of Medicine. I also have the honor to present graduates receiving degrees in both the College of Medicine, for the Doctor of Medicine degree and the College of Graduate Studies for the Doctor of Philosophy degree. They have satisfied the requirements established by the faculty and have been recommended by the faculty for the receipt of this degree.
Will all candidates receiving the degree Doctor of Medicine, including dual degree students, please rise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the State University of New York, upon completion of all requirements, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Medicine with all its rights, privileges, and obligations.
Okay, please remain standing. Will all graduates receiving a medical doctor's degree please, with unity and enthusiastically, recite with me the physician's oath, which is printed on page 36 in your program. I enthusiastically commit my life to serving patients. I will practice my profession with integrity, dignity, and humility. The welfare of my patients will be my first consideration, and I will advocate for them. May I never see in the patient anything but a fellow human in need. I will treat all patients with compassion, no matter how much they differ from me. I will preserve my patients' confidentiality and respect my patients' choices. I will work together with colleagues in service of our patients. I will acknowledge my limits, maintain my skills, and seek help when needed. I will give to my teachers the respect and gratitude that is their due, be a role model for students, and share my knowledge with patients and colleagues. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. May I keep this oath, and in doing, experience the joy of healing those who seek my help. Congratulations. You may be seated.
We will now individually recognize graduates in the College of Medicine. Students receiving the following degrees will now be recognized on stage. Masters of Public Health and Certificate of Advanced Study students, dual degree students receiving Master of Public Health and Doctor of Medicine, and students receiving a Doctor of Medicine degree. Students receiving a Doctor of Medicine degree will be hooded by Dr. Eric Lorraine and Dr. Margaret Maimoni, or by a chosen family member or faculty mentor.
Alek Madut Aman.
Petrak Efriye Amankwa.
Emily Grace Bartlett. Juan Diego Betancourt. Christine Chema-Cheryl. Kirsten Caprice Crawford.
Beverly Amaka Okanome Adebiyi. Aaron Shakovich. Samantha Michelle Turnquest. Akachukwu Faith Uba.
We will now recognize our dual degree recipients.
Dr. Adina Fatima Ahmed. Dr. Samantha Noel Beatty.
Dr. Valicia Guillaume.
Dr. Christine Ortiz. Dr. Anjali Panjwani. Dr. Daniel Paul Reynolds. Dr. Serena Geraldine Schmidt. Dr. Riley Ann Sotelo. Dr. Prince Anson Leon Yearwood.
Dr. Rachel Bella Aber. Dr. Kenneth Israel Adames Ramos.
Dr. Christiana Agbo.
Dr. Dominique Angelina Alexis.
Dr. Felix Asiama Apia. Dr. Karen Noor Aweda. Dr. Eleni Maria Baker.
Dr. Christina Bell.
Dr. Claudia Jane Bennett Casso. Dr. Breyer Helene Bertosh.
Dr. Eric Philip Billinson.
Dr. Maria Isabel Bonilla, Doctor of Medicine.
Dr. William Ernest Borchert. Dr. Bradley James Brown.
Dr. Hallie L. Budendak.
Dr. Charles Gustav Carlson. Dr. Jacob Scott Charlam.
Dr. Vanessa Esperanza Chicas.
Dr. John Wharton Stansbury Clay. Dr. Danya Mercedes Contreras. Dr. Stephen Crescenti, Jr. Dr. Brendan Dunders Daly. Dr. Zachary Michael Davis. Dr. Mia Rose DiFrancesco. Dr. Jessica Lynn Dobler. Dr. Anka Dogoroyu. Dr. Abhishek D. Doshi. Dr. Dan Y. Draitzel.
Dr. Yelena Viktorovna Dunikova. Dr. Jewel Dallas Estrella. Dr. Mikhail Faruqi. Dr. Anlin Joan Fernandez.
Dr. Rachel Ann Ferraloro.
Dr. Colette Fiore.
Dr. Rachel Marie Garn.
Dr. Joseph C. Giancastro.
Dr. Caleb Jonah Gilberg. Dr. Peter J. Grella.
Dr. Jason Raphael Grullon. Dr. Tyler Alexander Gumpel. Dr. Angela Gupta.
Dr. Rohan Jain Gupta.
Dr. Catherine Joanna Guzman. Dr. Sierra de Jesus Guzman Gutierrez.
Dr. Emily Patricia Harland. Dr. Gentry Charles Hearn. Dr. Tatiana Candace Hellwig. Dr. Olivia Marie Howland.
Dr. Nathan Chinaza Ehemeremadu. Dr. Phoebe Ose Natalie Ilevai.
Dr. Tiara Zakia Michelle Jennings.
Dr. Melissa A. Jimenez. Dr. Roshan Thamaravalil John.
Dr. Caroline Marie Johnson. Dr. Griffin K. Johnson. Dr. Aaron Michael Jones. Dr. Jacob Jones. Dr. Joshua Robert Kenna.
Dr. Lori Sun Kim. Dr. Paul Daniel Kortkowski.
Dr. Mackenzie Lauren Kramer. Dr. Jacqueline Augusta Hogan.
Dr. Julacey V. Lansdaniel.
Dr. Sean Robert Lansing.
Dr. Dario Alberto Lucuse III.
Dr. Kevin David Leon. Dr. Sydney Ann Lim. Dr. Michael Lin. Dr. Dylan Sweeney Linder.
Dr. Kathy Leo. Dr. Tiffany Sidi Leo. Dr. David Dessalines Lozier.
Dr. Amy Alice Lotemplio.
Dr. Justin G. Jun Louis. Dr. Alan Lin Liu. Dr. Owanate Kio Ameafori.
Dr. Ian Andrew Mac Taggart. Dr. Lauren Ashley Major.
Dr. Aisha Malawarachi.
Dr. Sarah Ahmed Malik. Dr. Margaret Malone. Dr. Amer Musa Mansour.
Dr. Megan Anaisha Marte.
Dr. Samuel James Martin. Dr. Sean Peter McGarry. Dr. Cassidy Marie McGinn.
Dr. Caroline Victoria McGuigan.
Dr. Rashab A. Mehra. Dr. Rowan Francis Allen Melcher. Dr. Michelle Marie Melfi. Dr. Brian Mera Reyes. Dr. Camila Montejo Pol. Dr. Austin Michael Morley. Dr. Kate Nam. Dr. Julia Marie Natoli. Dr. Daniel Andreas Nichols. Dr. Natalie Aridia Nunez. Dr. Kyle Thomas Otto.
Dr. John Matthew Penzone.
Dr. Sarah M. Papa.
Dr. Danielle Marie Pasafumi.
Dr. Allison Mary Pernice. Dr. Anita Petrushenko. Dr. Anjali Pillai. Dr. Sunny Amrit Pohar. Dr. Olivia Catherine Preston. Dr. Hani Kudsi.
Dr. Karima Kaur Rai. Dr. Rashmi D. Rege. Dr. Paula I. Robles Vera.
Dr. Valentina Simone Rodriguez.
Dr. Christopher Rudman.
Dr. Rebecca Ann Rusnak.
Dr. Nabil Ilyas Saif.
Dr. Rebecca Rose Schwartz. Dr. Austin C. Scrow. Dr. Jack Victor Sadaka. Dr. Jacob Charles Shepard. Dr. Charles W. Shi. Dr. Lindsay Nicole Swan. Dr. Bill Chen Tan.
Dr. Belinda Zhou Tang.
Dr. Jack A. Tellerday.
Dr. Christopher Pasquale Trevisani.
Dr. David Veninenam. Dr. Tanay Yatin Vasavada. Dr. Margarita Vasquez Almonte. Dr. Nicholas Camilo Vasquez. Dr. Danielle Rose Vitale. Dr. Isabella Maria Vlasis. Dr. Brian Richard Wager. Dr. Brandon Scott Wainwright. Dr. Kimberly Angelica Weil.
Dr. Amen Wikas.
Dr. Nathan Nash Wise. Dr. Emily Catherine Wolf. Dr. Austin Clay Wong. Dr. Maximilian Sean Wu. Dr. Robin Boram Xiao.
Dr. Julian Kojo-Yeboah. Dr. Christine Elizabeth Zhang. Dr. Johnny Zhao.
Degrees will now be conferred for graduates in the College of Graduate Studies. Offering welcome remarks is Ms. Alyssa Kemraj, a graduating student in the Doctor of Philosophy program. Ms. Kemraj, please come forward.
Picture this. It's 2 a.m., you're exhausted, hungry, and still staring down 10 pages to write, or 3 figures to make, or another never-ending experiment where every single aspect goes wrong, or 50 slides and hours of lectures to review. And in that moment, you think, I should have become a baker instead. But you didn't. Despite the long nights, the stressful shifts, the failed experiments, you kept going. And that's what brought you all here today. I often ask myself, what draws us to these fields? Science, medicine, research, each filled with stress, setbacks, and uncertainty. But every career has its challenges. Bakers have daily 3 a.m. shifts and long, arduous days. So why this path? What keeps us going through the exhaustion, the doubt, the disappointments? I believe it's love and passion. A love for the pursuit of knowledge, a passion for discovery, and a deep drive to make life better for someone, somewhere. On the hardest days, it's that carried us through. But we didn't traverse onto this road alone. Just look around us. This filled stadium is proof of the people who stood by us, friends, family, mentors, our support systems. The ones who encouraged us, sacrificed for us, and believed in us, even when we questioned ourselves. They too were fueled by love and dedication to us. When I started my PhD journey 5 years ago, the world was rapidly changing. Rampant health crises and global unrest reshaped science, medicine, and the way we live. New challenges appeared daily. 5 years later, and that hasn't changed. The world remains uncertain, and it always will. And as does our fields. But as always, we still keep moving forward. Each day, we push to solve the problems that impact our communities and our world. And so, graduates, I ask you, when the road ahead feels difficult, remember what kept you going here, that spark, that fire, that resilience. Although the details, the task, and the role may change, that inherent grit will always be within us. Let this guide you through the next chapter, just as it carried you through this one. It's this that kept us from becoming jaded, reminding us that even in the face of disappointment, that caring deeply is what shields us from apathy. There will be more long nights, and there will be greater challenges. That's the inherent nature of this work. But there will also always be meaning, and purpose, and impact. Whether you're wearing your caps and gowns or your Sunday best, today we celebrate you, your perseverance, your growth, and your future. Today is a testament to the power of love, passion, and relentless dedication. We celebrate who we are, where we've been, and where we're going. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Mart Schmidt, Dean of the College of Graduate Studies.
President Dewan, as Dean of the College of Graduate Studies, I have the distinct honor to present these recipients of the degree Masters of Science and recipients of the degree Doctor of Philosophy. I also have the honor to present the students receiving a dual degree in the College of Medicine for the Doctor of Medicine degree and the College of Graduate Studies for the Doctor of Philosophy degree. They have satisfied the requirements established by the faculty and have been recommended by the faculty for receipt of that degree.
Will all candidates in the College of Graduate Studies receiving the degree Master of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, and dual degree recipients please rise? Yeah, let's give them a hand. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the State University of New York, upon completion of all requirements, I confer upon you the degree for which you are recommended, with all its rights, privileges, and obligations.
Please stay standing. Will all the students in the College of Graduate Studies please recite with me the scientific oath, which is printed on page 36 of your program. As I embark on my career as a biomedical scientist, I willingly pledge that I will represent my profession honorably and without reproach. I will pursue truth and create knowledge for greater good and report my findings with unwavering accuracy. I will seek to incorporate the body of ethics and moral principles that constitute scientific integrity into all that I do, and I will never use my gifts and skills to intentionally harm any individual or group, and will treat this planet and all of its life forms with honor and respect. I will fulfill my responsibility to mentor and instruct the next generation, contribute to the public understanding of science, and honor the scientific contribution of those that have come before me. By pronouncing this oath, I declare my commitment to these professional standards and goals in my scientific career. Congratulations, you may all be seated.
We will now individually recognize graduates in the College of Graduate Studies. Students receiving the following degrees will now be recognized on stage: Master of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, and dual degree students receiving Doctor of Medicine and Doctor of Philosophy. Students receiving a Doctor of Philosophy degree will be hooded by their faculty research mentor, and students receiving a Doctor of Medicine degree will also be hooded by their faculty research mentor or a chosen family member.
Dr. Tara Erin Carney. Dr. Justin Benton Cox.
Good job, Justin. Congrats.
Dr. Rhiannon Eve Jarvis.
Dr. Himani Joshi.
Dr. Alyssa Priya Kemraj. Dr. Aya M. Kobesi.
Dr. Nathan Hilton McKean. Dr. Joy Seong-hee Park. Dr. Emma Marilyn Retzlaff.
Dr. Jessica Stirring.
Dr. Mitchell John Waldron. Dr. Amanda R. Young. Dr. Victoria Elena Zocoli Rodriguez.
We will now recognize our dual degree candidates.
Dr. Akshay Ghanshyam Patel. Dr. Adam David Wegman.
As we conclude today's commencement ceremony, I want to thank Dr. Jedalina for those wonderful remarks and congratulations on your honorary degree. And again, let's congratulate all graduates one last time on their achievements. And finally, if I could ask everyone to remain seated until the faculty and graduates have exited. Good luck, everybody.
Applause.